Yep. I'm Axl Rose.
Well, that's all well and good, babe, but there's one person there.
Well, when more than one person gets here, I'll tell them again, I'm Axl Rose.
They know who you are.
No, I don't think they would realize
Yes, they
that I'm
would.
Axl Rose.
That's an iconic figure.
Alan made me dress up because this is our Halloween edition of a Sandwich and Some Lovin' podcast.
It is. I'm so happy.
And because I'm still trying to
Babe.
give him the impression that I'm a good sport.
She's a good sport. Yeah, she is, or she would have dressed up.
How devastated would you have been if I hadn't sat here with this on my head?
I mean, I wouldn't be...
That's dangerously close to my face.
That's what's going to happen if you give me any lip tonight.
Who are you supposed to be?
I'm Negan from The Walking Dead.
Y'all, I can't express to you how much I hate dressing up for Halloween. I really don't like it.
You make the perfect Axl Rose, babe.
Thank you. All right, so we're going to do a Sandwich and Some Lovin' podcast. We really forgot to advertise that we were going to be on today.
Yeah.
So hopefully there's some people watching. We know the World Series is on, and that's great.
We have it on.
We do have it on. But, you know, we're recording this for a podcast, so we won't really talk too much about the game. We won't talk at all about the game, actually, while we're recording the podcast. We have some new recording equipment we're very excited about. Alan doesn't have a lot of faith that I'm going to press the right buttons. Let's just be honest. He said, what'd you say? Like in a game of Russian roulette?
Oh, you said how many podcasts have I messed up on?
1.
I said 1 out of 20. And I said, well, you give me a gun that holds 20 bullets and put 1 in, I'm not playing Russian roulette.
So that's how much faith he has in me. But I'm really going to try to press the right buttons tonight. And by the way, Alan and I did the math. And it turns out that in less than 4 weeks...
Let's not jinx ourselves.
Well, I'm going to say it anyway.
Oh.
So because I don't believe in that. So in less than 4 weeks, if everything keeps going on track as it is now, we are going to be having 1 million listens on our podcast, which is super exciting. I don't know what we're going to do to celebrate.
1 million listens.
1 million.
You know what?
Listens.
1 million of anything is a lot.
It's a big deal.
Doesn't matter what it is.
I just remembered something. Entertain them while I go get something.
What happened?
We're the SnorRx thing.
Oh, okay.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Talk to him, babe.
Yes, okay.
Oh, I even have a knife necklace. That's how much he's making me dress up.
We're so excited.
It's hot. I'm trying to fan too.
Okay. It was a little warm with my Negan jacket on, but... Yeah, she snores. I snore. She has hammer toe. Exactly. So you guys excited? We got 1,400 watchers. We'll get going here in just a second.
How many?
1,400.
That's all right. We didn't know what to expect because we didn't really talk about it.
Hey, Monica.
I'm so full.
Kim, I need a few names here. I haven't prepared, so if you could just message a few names there.
Names
you know,
of what?
I've gotten that before. Alan sounds like Luke Bryan. What does Luke Bryan sound like? What is
You.
he? What makes what? I need to listen to.
I guess it's you talk a little bit through the back of your nose, maybe. That's not an insult. I'm just saying that's the sound.
Talk through the back of my nose, like that.
All right, you ready? Let me see if I can turn on the recorder.
Look, I seriously thought you were the real dude on The Walking Dead.
Did you think I was really Axl Rose? Oh, this is so embarrassing.
No, it's not. It's
All right,
a good costume.
I can't even see to do this.
Press record
All right, making sure.
on the front.
Making sure the light's on.
There it goes.
All right. Hello, hello. You see the levels? Do you see that?
Little pig, let me in.
Is that a Negan line or
It's
something?
a Negan line, yeah.
All right. Got so much to get to. Oh my gosh, an eyelash just went in my eye. There's so much to get to on a Sandwich and Some Lovin'. I hope we can get it all in.
This could be a long edition.
Very exciting.
This
could be a long edition. Y'all, we got sponsors
wait
and
a
everything.
minute. This is our first edition. Well, why don't we just hit record?
I did hit record. Welcome to another edition of A Sandwich and Some Lovin' with me, Axl Rose.
Hello, I'm Alan. This is the Halloween edition,
No,
babe.
you're not Alan. You're who?
No, I'm always. Hello, I'm Alan.
I'm Axl Rose.
Well, I'm playing Negan tonight.
My husband made me dress up for a podcast.
Yes, this is the Halloween edition.
I've never cared about dressing up for Halloween, and somehow I ended up marrying a man that's all he cares about. So lucky.
It's fun, babe.
Yeah, it's fun. So anyway, I dressed up as Axl Rose because it's a give up, honestly.
It's not a give up. You have the perfect Axl Rose hair. Look at it.
I straightened it a little bit, and I put on your bandana, your hat backwards, and your glasses, backwards. And your bracelets.
You have bracelets on.
And your necklace with a knife on it, and your Guns N' Roses t-shirt.
Yes, and you have long, straight, red hair for our listeners who can't see you.
And I have a drug problem that I'm recovering from.
He's clean now.
That's what I said.
Yeah. But, so...
Just like Axl Rose.
Right. So we'll post pictures on the Sandwich and Some Lovin' Instagram and Facebook page so you can see. But I am dressed as Negan from The Walking Dead.
Because everybody says, do you know you look like Negan? Do you know... Has anybody ever told you like Negan? I get it all the time.
I didn't know who this dude was until 1 year ago.
Well, it's Denny to me from Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah. So it's kind of a give up for me because it's so easy. I have a black biker jacket on, a red scarf, and I made a Lucille bat last year.
Oh, he cut himself to ribbons because he has real barbed wire on it.
Yeah, it's a real Lucille bat. I ordered a dark colored baseball bat, ordered barbed wire, and stapled them to the bat.
He took it very seriously.
Yeah.
So happy to be doing the Halloween episode of A Sandwich.
The Halloween edition. This is so much. I'm already having fun.
I'm so glad.
We could stop now and I'd have fun.
Well, we can't do that. You know why we can't do that?
Because we have sponsors.
We have sponsors. We are so excited, y'all.
We are so excited.
It is. It is fun that people are listening. We are just less than a month away from hitting our 1 millionth listen, which is so exciting. And, that's because of you listening every week. We thank you so much. We hope you're telling people about it and sharing it. That's awesome. We appreciate you. Listeners and you too, baby.
Thank you.
And we do have sponsors that we get to thank for being part of A Sandwich and Some Lovin', so we can keep doing this,
Exactly.
Like, you may tell you who's one of the sponsors right now? Let's get this.
Let's hear them.
To us. Okay.
Let's hear them.
Where did I put my little thing?
Well,
I'm so out of sorts here now. Here we go.
Oh.
Now, some of you listening to A Sandwich and Some Lovin' may be looking to hire someone for your business right now. Alan, you have to do that from time to time. And it can be overwhelming when you're trying to find the right candidate. First of all, how do you know the best job sites to go post your job listing on? That's hard. And if you do post any job online, you've probably experienced this. Somebody sees job opening, and it doesn't matter if they're qualified for it or not. They just send in a resume, and they're not even qualified for the job. That's got to be frustrating.
Yeah, and you know what's going on now is the job market's getting better. And when the job market gets better, it's harder for employees to find, or harder for employers to find good employees. So that's a problem I'm having right now, is finding enough good candidates to interview.
Yeah, but you can save yourself a lot of time, a lot of headaches with ZipRecruiter. Just one click, ZipRecruiter posts your job listing to over 100 of the web's leading job boards. You can rest easy knowing your job is being seen by the right candidates. And then ZipRecruiter puts its smart matching technology to work, actively notifying qualified candidates about your job within minutes of posting it, so you get the best possible matches, honey.
And what I like about ZipRecruiter is it lets you get a head start on the interview process because you can add screening questions to your job post.
That's right. No wonder 80% of employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site in just one day.
ZipRecruiter is being used by new companies, growing business, and established industries to find the most qualified candidates with immediate results. Whether you're looking to hire one new employee or hundreds, ZipRecruiter is the solution you have been looking for.
Oh, and we're getting the good part now. You ready?
Yeah.
So if you are in the position of hiring, like my husband Alan, and because you are listening to A Sandwich and Some Lovin', you can post your job for free if you go to ZipRecruiter.com/Kellie. That's the code. I'm so excited. ZipRecruiter.com/KELLIE.
And listeners, we really want to make sure you get in on this. So if you are hiring, go to ZipRecruiter.com/Kellie. You can try it for free.
ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. Yay, sponsors!
All right. That's a great service, though.
Thank you. Yeah, we do. We love ZipRecruiter. And we need to talk a little bit about the happy hour.
Yeah, this is our
We haven't been back on the Sandwich and Lovin' since the happy hour.
First podcast since the happy hour at Macero. And we had a great turnout.
We did. We didn't know what
weather
to
was
expect.
Beautiful.
They were predicting bad weather. It turned out to be beautiful. A little windy, but great. On the patio, overlooking a golf course. Chantel with Macero helped set it up. Miriam, the chef there, providing great food. My friend Amy for helping coordinate that. It was just a wonderful turnout. Thank you to everybody who came.
Yeah, and all the people who showed up, all the fans of the show and listeners couldn't be any nicer.
Couldn't have. We didn't have one bad experience. And what I loved is people came. It was hard for some people. They said, I came alone. But they ended up meeting other listeners there. And I'd like to think that they all stayed in touch with each other. I would like to think that they are still communicating. That's what my heart hopes. And maybe they'll let us know if they became friends at the happy hour.
Yeah, we had some singles there. And Jen Stiers, who is a relationship expert and matchmaker, she was there. She brought a few singles.
But it wasn't just, men and women hooking up. It was girls meeting other women and being friends and stuff like that, too.
Oh, we're all inclusive.
Yeah. It was great.
No, it was fun.
We're going to do that again.
We're going to do more live events, right?
I hope so. And Alan, let's be honest, I was a nervous wreck.
Yeah, you were, babe.
Nervous wreck.
I don't understand why.
I was just spewing. I get nervous and I just can't shut up. It's the truth. I get nervous chatter.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's a problem.
It's okay, baby.
We'll get better at it.
I still love you, and we got through it. We didn't have to get through it. I thought it was fun. Oh, and George brought the...
Our boss man George.
Boss man George
Your
brought
man crush.
My man crush brought the photo...
Simple booth.
Simple booth.
Yeah, it's a wonderful photo booth if you ever have a party, and it can upload it to your social media. You just, send it to your phone, and then you can upload it on your social media, and radiodjs.com is where you can book that for your party. What are you worried about?
You know what? I'm sorry. Everybody on the Facebook Live here is beating you up about your microphone cover.
Well, the podcast doesn't know.
Okay,
so it's
I know.
fine.
Well, there are a lot of OC...
I can't see because I'm wearing sunglasses because I'm Axl Rose.
You can take your sunglasses off now.
And then it ruins the costume.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, you know what else we were talking about a couple weeks ago on the podcast is Alan's snoring problem, his sleep apnea, which was so bad. I mean, it was bad, y'all. He had the surgery and everything to get it straight, and that started regressing. It stopped working.
We've been talking about my snoring for 4 weeks.
But here's the thing. Alan was going to do the sleep study, couldn't sleep through it, to get the dental appliance through the dentist's office. So he went online and found this wonderful product called Snore RX.
I just did my research. I really just hit the Google. And there are a lot of different... The Snore RX product is a mouthpiece. Mm-hmm. And a lot of the snoring mouthpieces, they work in one of two ways. They either push your tongue into a certain position or they move your lower jaw into a certain position. This one, Snore RX, is a mouthpiece that moves your jaw into a position that helps you breathe at night. So I read reviews. It had awesome reviews. Tried it for a couple of days, and I had a recording app on my phone which recorded me at night. I went
your
from
wife sleeping next to you.
Yeah, I went from sawing logs. It sounded like a dead buffalo in there, just blah, 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 blah,
to nothing.
To nothing. I mean, it has really, really helped me. So
not just with the noise of the snoring, but with the way you feel, because you're finally getting REM sleep, right? This is not a sponsor of a
Lovin. This is us just not an ad. No,
sharing the information.
But it's really a great product. I'm going to give one to my dad because he's got bad sleep apnea. How are you getting one to give to your dad? Well,
let us tell you.
The president of Snore RX heard Kellie talking about it on the air and sent her a box of these Snore RXs.
James Fallon is the president and CEO. And just was so happy that Snore RX is working for us.
Sent us a nice letter and everything.
Your success story and kind comments that were shared during your show were uplifting. Talked about his mission, and they want to continue to spread the gift of sleep. So they gave me and Alan Snore RXs to give away.
How cool is that?
To our podcast listeners who suffer like I did, sleeping next to a snorer.
Yeah.
You suffered too.
I suffered too, but I tell you what, again, not an ad.
Not an ad. He's not paying us.
The last 2 weeks, I've been using this thing now, 2.5 weeks.
Yes.
I feel more alert. I wake up in the morning and I'm not tired. I don't fall asleep like driving to work or driving home from work, which I did before. I feel like I have more energy. It's amazing. It's really opened my eyes up. Yeah, it really has. And I just feel so much better. I feel like I have more energy.
Right.
And,
and it's beyond...
Kind of helps with...
when you
want to take a big load of laundry to
To the bedroom?
To the laundromat?
And don't be giving them that impression. Don't be giving them
Babe! What?
we're still tired in the middle of the week.
No, not this guy.
Yeah, whatever.
No.
All right.
I'm up and raring to go.
Whatever.
Got a little spring in my step.
Yeah, you do. Okay. So anyway, what we decided to do is for those of you who really do struggle with snoring, and it's not always the husband, sometimes it's the wife, we have some of these Snorexes we'd like to give away. And all we're asking you to do is write us your story, okay, about, because how else are we going to give these away? You know, we can't do callers and stuff like that, but we do take emails at our kellyandalan.com website. If you haven't checked that out, it's a fun website. Our engagement story, our dating story, all that, the wedding pictures and things like that are there. But we also have email. If you send your snoring, what is it? Your story.
Well, I was thinking about this. Here's what I think.
Oh, you're changing it?
Well, no. But first of all, the email, we need to give the email. It's podcast at kellyandalan.com.
Podcast at kellyandalan.com. Kellie and ALLEN.com.
Okay, now, you know, I don't think we just want to hear, hey, my husband's got bad snoring and it's really loud and it bothers me.
Your letter needs to stand out.
But yeah, I mean, we'll probably pick out a creative letter, maybe describe exactly what his snoring sounds like. I mean, you know, loud that's not going to get you a free Snore RX. But, you know, be creative in your letter. And
or really sad.
Or really sad, yeah.
And
if
pathetic.
there's a health problem he or she has, let us know and we'll send you one of these.
But isn't that awesome? James Fallon, thank you.
Thank you, James Fallon.
And if you want to sponsor our show, we'll talk about you some more. So we'll hopefully be getting some good letters on that coming up because Snore RX, it's really made a difference for us. And you know what else has made a difference? Alan's super excited about. You are a watch lover. Oh. You love some watches. This man's passionate about them. And he was really excited, and I was too, when we found out that Movement Watches are going to be sponsoring our podcast. Alan, absolutely thrilled about it.
Yeah,
You knew Movement Watches. The minute I brought it up, you were like, I know that brand.
I'm a watch guy. Movement MVMT watches. They're really good-looking watches, but they're not super expensive. They look expensive, but they're not expensive.
And the reason that is because it was two broke college guys. They know how women are. What do we look at, ladies? We look at a man's shoes. We look at a man's watch. When you know, what he drives, that's, beside the point. When you're in a club, you're looking at his shoes and his watch.
In the club.
And these are two broke college guys that say, we can't afford these expensive watches, but we're not getting the ladies. So they came up with a great idea. They created these beautiful watches, but they sell online, so they cut out the middleman. So you're paying, these watches start at $95, but they look like they could be $400 and $500, which is what you would be paying if you bought them through a department store. Mm-hmm. And they have watches for ladies too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why don't
you talk about that?
Okay, yeah, because I kind of did Alan's part there because I was ad-libbing. I ordered a watch from the Movement Ladies Collection. I really like the Boulevard because I like a watch that's a little bit substantial. But what I love about Movement, the website, they show you how to style it. So you can dress a watch up or down. They show how it looks on the wrist. Because sometimes when you're looking at the picture online, you can't tell how big it is. You can look on a lady's wrist and you can see how it look on you. And what did you order, babe?
I don't remember the collection name, but it's one of their classic, more classic looking watches. It's simple, elegant, but it looks super expensive. And that's one thing about MVMT, classic design, quality construction. 1 million watches sold in 160 countries.
What a coincidence. Okay? We're about to have 1 million listens.
This isn't a fly-by-night manufacturer. So MVMT gives you a rich-looking watch without the huge price tag.
And because you're listening to A Sandwich and Some Lovin', check it out. You can get 15% off plus free shipping and free returns. Why would you want to return it? I don't know. You go to movement.com, but you spell it mvmt.com/Kellie. mvmt.com/Kellie to get 15% off with free shipping, free returns.
Just in time for all the Christmas shopping. And, these watches really have a clean design. They make a great fashion statement. Now is the time for you to step up your watch game or step up your man's watch game.
Especially with 15% off and free shipping and free returns.
So to get this offer, do what Kellie said. Visit that website, movement.com/Kellie. It's spelled MVMT.com/KELLIE.
And join the movement.
That's right.
We love it. We can't wait till our watches come in. All right, baby. We asked people on our social media if they would, I do love letters to Kelly, and I don't know if people have listened this week to the Kid Craddock Morning Show.
I'm so excited about this.
Oh my gosh, I had to go off on a few people, and it's exhausting to give all this advice. But I thought it might be kind of fun if we flipped the script a little bit and had Alan answer some questions, but not just about love, because Alan gets kind of bogged down with love advice from time to time, I would think. It's kind of, love is fun and stuff, but you want to do a little bit more than just love advice, right?
Well, yeah. And love is your thing, babe. You're the love expert.
I am.
Yeah, you are. So I think we're introducing a new bit to our growing podcast.
We are. And you know what? I just had a horrible realization. I forgot the theme song. You taught it to me right before we came on, and I forgot it.
Well, let's tell everybody what the name of the bit. The name of the bit is going to be Alan Answers.
Alan Answers.
And Alan answers anything.
Alan answers anything.
So you can submit your questions to me at podcast@kellyandalan.com. They can be relationship related. They can be, dude, why do you sound like Luke Bryan? They can be, what is your take on tattoos? They could be
politics. He'd love.
Yeah, how long you been a Dallas Cowboys fan? Whatever, it doesn't matter. I will answer them if I think they're good questions to answer.
You know why? Alan answers anything.
Bum.
I forget how it goes, though. Honestly, sing it one time. I forgot.
Dear
Alan. Alan answers anything. Is that right? Let's try it again now that I got it.
Bum,
dear Alan. Alan answers anything. How's that?
Well, then you got to go into the question.
Oh. Hey, Alan. These are literal
she does
letters.
This for a living every day.
This is new. These are literal letters.
Yeah, these are ones that we got in our email.
On our email.
So, yeah,
podcast@kellyandalan.com.
Let's do some answering.
Dear Alan, you'll answer anything.
I will.
I know you are half Filipino. He is. Oh. I was wondering if you grew up around Filipino culture.
Keep going.
There's I thought you were going to answer that one.
No, go ahead. Answer.
All right. What is your favorite Filipino food? Have you ever been to the Philippines? Would you ever take your wife Kellie there? You should check out Palawan in the Philippines. It's gorgeous. Lastly, do you speak any Tagalog? Woo. Thanks and have a great day.
That is a multi-part question.
That's why I was asking you one at a
time.
So
yes, I am half Filipino. My mother's from the Philippines. Did she introduce me to Filipino culture? Well, my mom moved to the States, when she was in her 20s. So as far as Filipino culture, I'd only been to the Philippines once, and that was when I was 2 years old. But the Philippines, here's a little tidbit news for you, or a little fact for you. The Philippines is the largest Christian Asian country.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the Asia is mostly Muslim, Islam.
Oh.
So the Philippines is the third largest population of Roman Catholics in the world.
Oh.
But
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so my point I'm trying to make, when my mother moved over here, I was born, she introduced me to Catholicism. So I was raised Catholic. So as far as religion, she brought me up the way she was brought up in the Philippines. Now, she had some friends here in the States, and they would cook Filipino food. And her mom came over from the Philippines and lived with us for a year and a half. And, I got to hang out with her and get to know her a little bit. But it was more of my mom and my grandmother kind of learning the American culture versus the Filipino culture. So I wish I could go back. I want to take Kellie someday to go back, but
I don't know if I want to go.
Why? You want to see another country?
Isn't it hot there?
Yeah, it is hot. It's tropical.
And can't they kill people if you think they're drug dealers? Look at me. Yeah, I'm Axl Rose.
That I don't know. But
it's the Halloween edition of Sandwiches.
Right, this is Halloween edition.
They shoot me on sight.
They'd shoot you on sight here looking like that. But I wish she had taught me Tagalog, which is the Filipino language.
I know how to say puwit.
Puwit is butt.
And bongo.
No, bongo.
Oh, that was so different.
Bongo is skull.
Bongo.
Or skeleton. Muta is eye booger.
I forgot that one.
Maligayang Pasko is Merry Christmas.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for your question, Nicole.
Yeah. Good question.
Dear Alan, you'll answer anything.
Dear Alan. Alan answers
I forgot.
Everything.
Let's do that again.
Unbelievable.
I forgot.
Dear
Alan. Alan answers anything. All right. Dear Alan, you'll answer anything.
I will.
I'm 30 and my boyfriend is 36. I'm a divorced mother of 2 and their dad is not part of their lives. My boyfriend's never been married. He has no children. We've been together 2.5 years and people keep asking when we're going to get engaged or married. At first, I laughed it off, but now I'm kind of wondering if it's ever going to happen. When I bring it up, he just says, be patient, or there's no need for us to rush. He always says if marriage wasn't in our future, then we wouldn't be together. But I'm like, hey, what's the holdup? We aren't kids. We both have our lives together. I don't want to wait forever. I mean, I want more kiddos. Am I being unreasonable? How long is too long to wait? And what do you think the holdup is? And that's from Julie.
You know, these aren't easy questions to answer because we don't have all the information. You can only answer based on the information you have.
Do you appreciate what
I
do?
Yeah, I do appreciate what you do a lot.
Very hard.
Well, I did before. But the question, are you being unreasonable? No. How long is too long to wait? I think that's up to you because there are a lot of things here that I noticed in your letter that I would want to know, have they been discussed? Like, how does he get along with your 2? That's a big deal. Does he get along with your 2? If he doesn't get along with your 2, that could be the holdup. And has he talked to you about that? Has he been honest about, you know, how he feels about your children or bringing them up and helping you bring them up because you said he has never been married and he doesn't have any children? Okay, that could be a big deal to him. That could be a deal stopper to him. Also, you mentioned, he says, well, if marriage wasn't in our future, then we wouldn't be together. I don't know that that's necessarily true. I think that's something he's just saying to give you confidence that, you know, he's sticking around for you. But just because you all are together doesn't mean marriage is in your future. Definitely does not mean marriage is in your future.
So she should give him an ultimatum?
No, I don't know. I don't believe in ultimatums.
What should she do? You got to give her a solution.
Well, I think she should be honest with, especially the children thing. I think that's the thing I'd want to know a lot more about. You know, how do you feel about my children? You know, are you comfortable with helping me bring them up since you don't have any children of your own and you've never done that? And also you mentioned another biggie. I want more children. So not only are you asking this guy to help you with the 2 that you have, but you're also asking a guy who's never been married and has no children to have more children with you. So, like I said, you know,
I want to have more children.
I don't think you're being unreasonable at all to want to move things forward. But
why can't we have another child?
Because you can't, and I'm done. But in my opinion,
if I could have another child, would you let me have one?
Maybe. But in my opinion, I need more information, babe. These are tough. But you're not being unreasonable. You're not being unreasonable.
I know. You just got to be. This is not love letters to Kelly.
But you got to be open and honest. Yeah, these are my letters.
That's right. I'm trying not to interject too much. I'm trying to shut up and let my man talk.
Dear
Alan. Alan answers anything. Dear Alan, you'll answer anything.
Almost.
Love listening to y'all. I'm a married woman who has a question for a mature, wise, married man.
Why is she writing me?
Yeah, all right. But I'm bummed. My husband and I have had trouble with lying.
Whoa.
And other women in our marriage in the past 4 years that we have been married. I love this man and our family beyond measure. I am a woman of faith and absolutely believe in 100% honesty in marriage. However, my husband defends his little white lies, saying all husbands and wives tell them to each other. So my question is it ever okay to lie to your spouse even a tiny little bit, especially after the trust has been broken multiple times? Thank you for your time. I hope to hear your opinion on this podcast. I'm going to keep my mouth shut. I have so much I want to say, but I can't.
No, you can't.
Kelly, this is Dear Alan.
No, this is Dear Alan. And this is a great question. The lying thing. So somewhere in between, say a woman asks her husband, hey, babe, how can I lose 10 pounds of ugly fat? And he looks at her and says, cut off your head. That's a really honest... That's a joke. But that's a really honest answer. Okay, on one extreme. The other extreme is a lie. Somewhere in between is this gray area of when is it okay to tell a lie and when is it not okay to tell a lie?
It's okay to tell a lie about 10 pounds. It's not okay to tell a lie about I'm screwing other women and we're married.
Listen to me. This is my letter. And I'm getting to the point here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is my letter.
Okay.
Now, white lies, you mentioned the white lies. To me, a white lie, and I was making a joke there, is when your spouse asks you, hey, the classic is, hey, does this dress make my butt look big?
Right.
Well, a lie would be, a white lie would be, well, no, babe, it actually fits pretty good.
But I like your red dress better.
Yeah, right. That would be a white lie. When you're talking about situations where, are there women involved, or who are you out with? If you're married now, who are you out with? And you're telling lies about that. To me, those are no-nos. Yeah, I mean, those will get you in trouble. And one thing we learned, or we talked about in Sunday school, babe, was how, what is it? How sin will take you farther than you ever wanted to go. It'll keep you longer than you ever wanted to be there, and cost you more than you ever thought you'd pay. It's the same thing with a lie,
Look
right?
at you quoting Jerry Rasberry.
Thank you, Jerry Rasberry. No, and I was thinking about this. I have known guys, and I knew one individual way back when. Of course, I'm not going to say who or what the circumstances were, but I knew this man, and he was always faithful to his wife. Always. Until one day, he confided in me and says, hey, we're having some problems, and I didn't get too much in his business, but I just noticed over time he would then start entertaining a text message from a woman, or hey, do you want to go get a drink after
Playing
work?
with fire.
And then he was always faithful to his wife, but then he would start lying about that, and the lies got bigger and bigger and bigger, and it got to a point where he lost everything. Lost his job, lost his family, lost his house, lost a lot of his friends.
Wow.
And it started from a little white lie. No, I'm hanging out with such and such, but he was hanging out with other women.
So what should she do?
Well,
she didn't really ask what she'd do.
She didn't really ask
She didn't ask that, but
she didn't really ask what she should do. But is it okay to lie to your spouse? No,
not at this level.
I don't think so. Not when you're talking about women and people that he's hanging out with. And if he's been doing that for 4 years, well, is he going to change his behavior there? I don't know, but
as long as you allow him to keep doing it.
Yeah, I don't think that it's.
He has no reason not to.
It's appropriate for him to be lying about other women.
All right, I'm talking too much.
No, you're not, babe. No, it's not like you can't chime in. Chime in.
Because I'm just like, I'm going to explode if I can't say something. I'm letting you talk mostly.
Yeah.
I'm doing pretty. That's good for me.
Yeah, it's good for you.
All right.
I don't think it's good to lie.
Oh.
Bum, dear
Alan. Alan answers anything. Dear Alan, you'll answer anything.
Almost.
This is from Brandon. My wife and I have been married for 6.5 years. She's never really been a house cleaner at all. She's a stay-at-home mom, watches 2 other kids for a family friend. She's wonderful at that, but my only complaint is she doesn't clean the house, and she never has. I work Monday through Friday, 10 hours a day. I know staying at home with kids is hard. I wouldn't want to do it, but I'm also tired of every Saturday having to do yard work outside and spending the rest of the day cleaning and picking up the house. How do I go about bringing this up to her without getting mad or her thinking that I don't appreciate what she does do?
Okay, you probably run into these a lot, babe, but this is the classic. You got a couple. Everything's cool except for one thing is not cool. So he's saying his only complaint, that's his words, my only complaint is that she doesn't pick up the house. Mm-hmm. Okay, are there things that she's not happy with you about? Because it's a two-way street here. But he's asking me, how do I get the woman to help pick up the house? Well, if that's your only complaint, you're probably in a pretty good spot in your relationship. She's watching kids at home. She's watching other kids. It sounds like that's her job.
That's a mess.
And 4 kids in a house all day, dude, you're going to come home and it's not going to be clean. That's just the way it is. But if this is important to you, I would just be honest with her in plain language and not be, accusatory or get her defensive or be threatening or anything like that. But I would use what I call the butter knife technique. Give her a little butter and then give her the request. So say, hey, babe, I know you're home all day and it is really tough for you, and you're watching these other kids and you're doing such a great job with all the children, But one thing I think we're lacking in our relationship is, us connecting, because we're both so busy. I'm busy with my job, and then I come home and I'm helping you pick up the house and everything. And then also...
He's not helping her. He's doing it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's doing it. He's doing it on the weekends. So one thing I think we can do is reconnect. Another thing I think we can do is get the house in order a little more regularly. I think it'll really give us some positive energy around the house. So how can we do that together? How can I help you do that? There's ways to say these things and not come across as, hey, look, my house looks like a pigsty and I really wish it was picked up when I got home. There's ways to positively kind of communicate these things.
How about hire a maid to come at least once every 2 weeks?
Exactly.
That would at least take some of the burden off.
That's a solution.
And if you can't afford that, once a month.
Yeah.
You
sure.
know?
Sure, that's a solution.
And, it costs $25 to get your yard mowed. Can you afford to do that?
Yeah.
I mean, there's got to be a way you can get some outside help.
Yeah.
Some people are just not clean people.
If you're
Let's just be honest, they are just not clean people. And
Exactly.
unfortunately, you married one of those.
And he's working 10 hours.
I'm talking too much.
No, you're not, babe. He's working 10-hour days. She's working a lot at home.
Yeah, it's hard.
There's only so much time in the day. So y'all got to help each other. Like Kelly said, it could be...
You might need to hire some help.
It could be a hired help. Y'all may have to both dig in and do it together. But the key is just to be honest in plain language and not be accusatory. In my opinion.
That's right, babe.
In my opinion.
You want to keep going?
We can.
You need
What
a
do you
break?
think?
Do you need a break?
No, I don't need a break.
Because you know what? One of my chores used to be going to the post office all the time, but I don't have to do that anymore.
What's our time?
I don't know. I don't have to go to the post office anymore. A lot of things these days, practically everything and anything you want to do, you can do on demand. Like our podcast, you don't have to listen the minute it comes out. You can listen, maybe the next day, or you got a whole week before a new episode of A Sandwich and Some Lovin' comes out because it's on demand, right?
That's the beauty of a podcast. You can listen to A Sandwich and Some Lovin' wherever you want, whenever you want, when it's convenient for you. That's why our podcast is so popular.
I like on-demand stuff. So we have to ask this question. Why are you still going to the post office and dealing with their limited hours? That's not convenient for you. You can get your postage on demand with Stamps.com.
That's right. Anything you can do at a post office, you can do right now at your desk with Stamps.com.
You can buy and print official U.S. postage for any letter or package using your own computer and a printer.
And Kelly, I'll tell you what, she mails more stuff than anybody I've ever seen.
Well, we did just get married. I had a lot of thank you notes to write. I was constantly running out of stamps, having to go back to the post office for that. That was a pain. Had to do, and I like to send care packages to my niece and nephew away in college and stuff. That would be a trip to the post office, carrying that stuff around in the car. Oh my God, I forgot to go. I end up driving a package around in the car for 2 weeks and then having to, give up a lunch hour to go to the post office. I don't have to do that anymore because of Stamps.com.
And with Stamps.com, you don't have to guess at postage because they give you a scale.
Yes.
I didn't realize they gave you a scale.
How many times you hold it in your hand and say, that feels like 75
No,
cents?
you don't got to do that. You got to scale. And then you just simply print out the exact postage you need with your own printer.
I love it. It all boils down to saving time. You can do it right from your own desk. You don't have to drive. I have to go like 5 miles just to get to the nearest post office. Don't have to do that anymore. And
no.
thanks. Yeah.
Yeah. And thanks to Stamps.com, we have another special offer for our podcast listeners.
Yes. If you go to Stamps.com and use my last name, my professional maiden name, Rasberry, you can get a free 4-week trial, including postage and a digital scale.
There's no charge for the scale?
Nope, no charge. A free 4-week trial, including postage and a digital scale when you go to Stamps.com. Go ahead and do that right now. Click on the microphone in the top right-hand corner and type in Rasberry.
That's Stamps.com. Click the microphone in the top right corner and type in the code Rasberry.
Stamps.com. Never go to the post office again.
Loving that Stamps.com, babe.
Is that a good rest period for you? You ready to answer a couple more letters?
Yeah, let's answer.
Alan, because you know why?
Bum, dear
Alan. Alan answers anything. This is from Ruby. Dear Alan, you'll answer anything.
I might.
Well, you're getting feisty. I haven't written it until now because most of the time I feel like I know what Kelly would say and try to apply it to my situation. Thanks, Kelly. But I'm writing to ask for a man's perspective on this.
Okay.
I'm 39, never married. My longtime childhood friend is 33. I grew up with my friend, and who showed up. Okay, this is my longtime childhood friend, 33.
Easy for you to say.
Age 33, who I grew up with, showed up this year and confessed he's loved me his whole life. Our families know each other. In our 20s, we played music together, and then he got a girlfriend who ended up marrying and having 2 babies with her. Fast forward to last year, they went through a bad divorce. Fast forward to this year, he started pursuing me, telling me I was the one who got away, and he saw our lives together. He assured me he was ready multiple times. After a brief panic attack, my feelings quickly caught up with his, and we fell in love. Yay, love! All right. A few months later, out of nowhere, he got distant and broke up with me, saying he wasn't ready. Oh, I didn't yell or cry. I just said, I think you should go be by yourself and figure out what you want, and I hope I'm still here when you're ready. We've had almost no contact for months now, except for a huge apology he sent me on Father's Day. Alan, as a man who has gone through divorce, is this really just a case of bad timing and he hasn't healed yet? I'd love some insight on the mind of a man.
Okay, there's a lot of information here.
That is a lot.
In this,
I was so excited she found love.
Yeah, in this letter. She says she found love.
It was like a little soap opera right there in one letter.
Yeah, she says she found love. And I would caution any woman who says she's found love with a guy who's recently divorced. Sometimes that I found love is a guy who is... let's just say he's out there slaying the dragons. He's getting a lot of frustrations out.
Oh, he's sleeping around.
Yeah. So, as a guy who has been through divorce on a serious note, it took me, divorce is like a death, really. A death in the family. It's like, you're cruising along, and then all of a sudden somebody that was in your life is no longer there in any way, shape, or form, really. If you have children, a little bit.
It's the death of a dream, too, honey.
Yeah.
It's the death of a dream. Because you don't get married thinking, well, some people do get married thinking this ain't going to work out. But the majority of us don't get married thinking this isn't going to work and I'm going to be alone and starting over. So it's the death of a dream.
It really is. And it took me about a year and a half just to get to the point where I felt, okay, I'm good now. And I read a lot of books when I was going through divorce and after divorce about that healing process. And I think the average that it takes a person who's going through divorce to get over it is over 2 years. So, you're talking.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Everybody's different. But
Everyone's different. It took me about a year and a half. Some people, it could take them 5 years, or they may never get over divorce.
Yeah, you gotta let some of that go, though, y'all. If you're still holding on after 5,
But you're talking about this man where you knew each other a long time ago. He came back into your life. He's recently divorced. Then you fell in love. I don't have all the information, but what does that mean? Were y'all intimate during that time? Did y'all?
I believe she was in love.
Maybe she. Well, I'm not saying she wasn't, but you got to be careful. I would caution you with newly divorced men. They're and women too. They're going through so many different emotions, and what you think is love sometimes may not be love. There's lust, there's frustration, there's mourning, there's all kinds of emotions that you go through to get to a point where you say, you know what, I'm good.
And the safest place to go right after a big breakup like that is back to what you know. So that's why I'm guilty. When I would break up in the past, I would start looking up my old boyfriends on Facebook and all that stuff. I'm sure you did. You go back to what you know. And so because it's easy and it's safe. So he went back to what he knew, fed her a line. Do you think he even believed it when he said it? Maybe. But, he's going through stages of grief and loss. I don't know.
But, as far as it could be a case of bad timing, he may not have healed yet. But I'll tell you another thing. After I was divorced and I tried to have another relationship, and before Kellie, obviously.
Before Axl?
Yeah. I thought I was ready, but I wasn't. I thought I was ready, but there was no way I was ready to be a committed person, to be
so you almost were in a committed relationship before me?
Well, a boyfriend-girlfriend thing.
Really?
Yeah, sure.
Did we talk about this before?
I've told you about this.
Was that the one you were kind of seeing right before you met me?
Yeah, a little bit before. Yeah, like for 2 or 3 months.
Yeah.
So anyhow, case of bad timing could be he hasn't healed yet. I would say probably he hasn't healed yet. So that's my insight. I don't know if that helps at all.
Was she pretty?
Babe. Okay. Not as pretty as you, babe.
That's the right answer.
Hey, nobody as pretty as Kellie.
Go back to them white lies.
Babe,
What'd she do?
That's not a white lie.
What'd she do for a living?
Oh my God.
Would you be doing a podcast with her and not me right now?
Well, probably not.
Would you make her dress up like Axl Rose for Halloween?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. These are odd questions.
I just want to know more about my competition.
Oh my God. There is no competition. Bum.
Dear Alan. Alan answers anything. Dear Alan, you'll answer anything.
Almost.
This is from John.
Yeah, John.
You got a man writing in
My
to
man.
a sandwich and some lovin'.
My man, John.
Podcast at alanandkelly.com if you have a question for Alan. Because Alan answers
That's right.
anything.
That's right.
All right, dear Alan, you'll answer anything. Hey, my question is, how do you handle the pain while you're getting a tattoo? Is there a specific thing you do before to mentally prepare yourself, or do you hold a stress ball? Do you watch Netflix on your phone? I just got a tattoo on my ankle. It was so painful. The future holds more tattoos for me, but I need a game plan for next time.
Okay, well, this was
that's
Haley's
wrong.
question, but that's okay.
Haley. Oh, I skipped down to Haley's
Yeah,
question.
you did.
I'm sorry. I looked up and lost my place. Answer Haley's question, then we'll go back to John. I'm sorry, John.
Okay. That's okay, babe. That's okay. It's probably those one-way shades
I looked
you're
up
wearing.
and then looked down.
Yeah, it's probably those one-way shades you're wearing. So her question is, hey, how do you handle the pain while you're getting a tattoo?
I'm drinking vodka. And I can't see out of these glasses.
To be perfectly honest, my routine is before I go get a tattoo, I go take one shot of Maker's Mark. Mm-hmm. And that's it. You don't want to go get drunk before you go get a tattoo because then it thins your blood. It's just not good. But I just take one shot of Maker's Mark across the street from the studio, and that's enough to kind of calm my nerves. And I go over there and I get it done. While he's drilling on me, I inhale and kind of hold it while he's drilling on me, and then after he stops drilling on me, I exhale. And then another thing I do, I play mind games with myself. Like I'll say, oh, this doesn't hurt too bad, or oh gosh, I've done things to myself that hurt a lot more than this, or this isn't going to last forever.
Like what?
Or
what hurts
what, people do a lot worse than this to themselves, and this doesn't hurt at all. So you convince yourself that it doesn't hurt.
You're lying to yourself.
Right.
But I heard the ankle's like one of the most painful places to get it, right?
That's what I've heard. Yeah,
You're not doing that.
No,
Alan only has his arm, but that was painful too.
The one on the top of my shoulder, like on the top where that bone is, was the most pain I think I've ever felt.
Was I there for that one?
I can't remember.
I went the very first time Alan got a tattoo because it was his very first one, and that was a long process, but I wanted to be there for you. Did that help that I was there?
It did, babe.
Was I distracting?
I held your hand.
Yeah, and that was good. So take somebody with you. That's a good help. And a shot.
Yeah.
Now I feel really bad, John. We're going to get back to your question.
Okay,
because
we're gonna read John's question, right?
Yes.
Bum.
Dear Alan, Alan answers anything from John. It's on my bucket list. I've always wanted a tattoo on my arm, but I've never felt comfortable with the places I've visited. Seeing that you have a few, who would you recommend? Are they reasonable in price? I had one shop tell me $600 for a simple armband.
John.
No,
Okay.
first of all, don't get an armband.
Here's
very 90s.
Here's the deal. In my opinion, there are a few things that a guy should never scrimp on. You should pay through the nose for these things. 1 is tools. 2 is shoes. 3 is
An engagement ring.
Watches. If you'd let me finish the question, the answer to the question, I would say 4 is engagement rings. There you go, babe. And then 5, tattoos.
Really?
Don't scrimp on a tattoo.
And surgery.
If your budget is $300 and he's saying $600, then save for another 2 months or whatever. You don't want to cheap out on your tattoo.
And don't get an armband.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's saying $600. He was quoted $600 for an armband. Does that mean like it was a thick, like a half a sleeve, or was it
barbed wire?
Barbed wire. If it was a barbed wire sleeve, number 1, don't do that. Number 2,
Was it tribal?
You're probably getting ripped off. But I'll tell you what, a good artist can be anywhere from $200 to $300 an hour and up. And that's about the range my guy is. And
How did you find your guy?
I found my guy on Instagram. And he's Carl Hollowell on Instagram. And he works out of Heart and Hand Studio. It's by appointment only in Dallas, Texas. Does a great job, traditional type art, but he's not the cheapest. And
he don't give you a discount.
And,
no matter how many times you've talked about him.
He's a great artist.
He's not a sponsor of A Sandwich and Some Love.
No, but yeah, don't scrimp on your tattoo. That's one I would recommend. You just do your research. The two biggest mistakes people make when they're getting a tattoo is they pick the wrong artist, or they get a tattoo that's too small, or they cheap out. They don't spend enough. Just remember, man, that's going to be...
a tattoo that's too small.
Yeah.
They wish they would have gone bigger.
They wish they had gone
boobs?
bigger, right. Yeah, exactly.
That's what my plastic surgeon's friend told me, is a lot of plastic surgeons, no matter what the woman says, I'm telling you, that they will go bigger because they think the woman's always going to wish she'd gone bigger. Have you heard that?
No, I don't have any experience in that area. No.
A plastic surgeon friend told me that. But you're saying the same is true with tattoos.
That's what I've heard, and I went big.
Yeah, but you went big over a period of time.
Yeah, I did.
You know, it took you...
Because it was expensive. I had to build that thing over a period of time.
Hours of time dedicated to your arm. Let's do one more, and let's wrap up this first time segment of... Dear Alan, Alan answers anything. I committed to the song, Alan.
So ridiculous.
All right, dear Alan, this is from Sherry.
Okay, Sherry.
You'll answer anything, right?
Yeah, I like this one.
To the point.
Right.
Sherry wants to know, what do you do for a living? See, it can be about anything. It doesn't have to be about love or tattoos. It could be, what do you do for a living?
Yeah.
Besides the podcast.
So a lot of you see me in a lot of pictures with Kelly, and we're doing the podcast, and, seeing pictures of me up at the studio. And I don't work for the morning show. I don't work with Kelly. We just do this podcast together as a hobby.
A now sponsored hobby.
Yeah, but I have a day job. I'm a marketing director, and I've spent my career in marketing and advertising. I've worked 25 years in the marketing and advertising business in Dallas-Fort Worth. So that's what I do. I have a day job, and I love marketing and advertising. And really, it's one of the things that I think Kelly and I were able to kind of connect with when we first met was, she's in the advertising business, the PR business in a way, and I understood her job and what she has to do, and
you're a good radio husband.
I kind of,
you really are.
Baby. And I kind of got it, So I think that's one thing we were blessed with, is having that professional connection, because that's important too. But yeah, I'm a marketing guy.
You're a good one too, babe.
Thanks, babe.
And you just need to get out there and now market A Sandwich and Some Lovin'.
Well, hey, we do a good job.
Get us more sponsors.
And you know what? While we're talking about it. A Sandwich and Some Lovin' has an Instagram page. We have a Facebook page. You can listen to our podcast on iTunes and Google Play, on kidnation.com. You can also listen off of our website, which is kellynallen.com/podcast. There's so many ways to check out the podcast.
You are a good marketer. You did all of that.
Yeah.
You set up all of that.
I set all that up. So, yeah, it's been fun, and we hope the podcast keeps growing and you're liking what we're putting out there, right?
Yeah, we had so much fun, just doing this. At first, we didn't know what we were doing. And let's be honest, we're still kind of figuring it out. But we appreciate everybody being along for the ride with us. We're almost to 1 million listens. We're so excited. That should happen in less than a month. We're going to do something to celebrate. I don't know what. But today, we're celebrating Halloween. I am Axl Rose.
And I'm Negan.
And you're Negan.
From The Walking Dead.
And trust me, we really are dressed up, even for a podcast. I'm wearing a bandana and a backwards hat and glasses, and I straighten my hair and everything.
And this is Lucille.
And Alan is holding a bat.
With barbed wire.
And he just looks like Negan, so he didn't have to do much.
Oh, babe, this has been fun.
Is this your dream come true, a Halloween edition of a podcast?
This has been, I'm having so much fun. I want to sing a couple of new verses to my song that I've...
What? This is a surprise.
Yes, this is...
Alan's bringing bits. This is great.
Okay, I got 2 new verses.
To what?
To our little song.
Okay.
Dun dun dun. He's a magician, and she's really wishing about finding deals at the dollar discount store. Bum. Her hair is mane, flowing chestnut all day. Thanks for listening to the Sandwich and Lovin' podcast show.
Okay, babe. That's good.
You like that?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, man. You didn't like it?
You're very cute.
Did you not like it?
You're very cute.
Oh, okay.
You're very sweet.
Okay,
I love your enthusiasm for life.
Well, tell you what, babe. In the great golf game of life, we're not on the front nine anymore. We're about on hole 11 or 12.
I don't know what that means.
Well, there's 18 holes in a game of golf.
And we're on what hole?
We're on about 11 or 12.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm at what they call, is it the 19th hole where you go to the bar?
Yeah, the 19th
I'm on the
hole is
19th hole.
The 19th hole is when you go to the bar.
Y'all, this has been a lot tonight. Alan, my head is spinning from all the questions you answered. There's a lot I wanted to say. I want to give myself credit for biting my tongue a few times because I just want to contribute. You know, I don't want to correct you or anything. I just want to add my 2 cents.
Babe, you know, the truth of the matter is, and everybody knows it, and I'm man enough to man up and say it, is you're Daryl Hall and I'm John Oates.
Thank you, baby.
Yeah, everyone knows that.
Thanks.
So when John Oates...
Why did I just like Daryl Hall?
So when John Oates gets a chance to get up there on the front of the stage and,
you did your solo.
And strum on his guitar a little bit, he's so happy.
Yeah.
But hey, he's comfortable with next week. He'll kind of sit back here and let Daryl Hall do his thing.
Thank you, baby. That's so nice. All right, we're going to wrap this up. We want to thank you to our sponsors, Stamp.com, Movement Watches at Movement.com, MVMT.com, ZipRecruiter.com. Don't forget the code is Kellie on all those if you want to take advantage of the special offers. Thank you to SnoreRx. Remember, if you have a snoring partner, if you're the one that has a snoring problem, James Fallon with Apnea Sciences sent us some Snore RXs to give away. We'd love to hear your stories. We're going to pick the best ones and let you try this potentially marriage-saving device, potentially life-saving device, because people who have sleep apnea, it's a real health problem. It can really shorten your life. So we're going to be giving these away. So get your letters into podcast@kellyandalan.com. That's also where you can submit your questions to Alan for Alan Answers Anything.
Hey, babe.
What?
There's one other thing we need to mention. We're still doing our logo contest.
Yeah, we've gotten a bunch in, but we want we want to pick the right one that resonates.
Right. So you can submit a logo idea for our podcast to that email, podcast@kellyandalan.com. We're going to select a winner. We'll have the winner on the show with us. The winner will get some fabulous prizes, including a $100 gift card to Macero, where we had our first happy hour.
That we'll throw in a Snore RX.
We'll throw in a Snore RX.
We'll come up with some great stuff.
We'll come up with some other really great prizes for you. But we want our listeners to be part of the growth of our podcast. And we really need a logo so we can have merch for banners, posters, hats, whatever.
Coffee mugs.
Coffee mugs, whatever.
Come on. Everybody that has a podcast has a coffee mug that you hold. And you hold it with both hands because it looks so cozy when you're drinking out of it.
But they really drink wine.
You're drinking. You remember when I hosted Live with Regis that one day? They said, what did you want in your coffee mug? And I thought the answer was coffee. But no, they said you could have whatever you want. And I had Diet Pepsi in my coffee mug. How about that?
When you met Regis?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
I did. I don't remember if I kept the mug or not. But I don't have it anymore.
You met some I saw a picture of you and Al up at the station with Janet Jackson.
Yeah, met Janet Jackson a long time ago.
You were young in that picture.
I was young and bloated. Man, that's a bad picture of me. But Janet looked good. It was when Janet was at the height of her fitness and all that stuff, and she was working out nonstop. Her body, I'll never forget it, her body generated so much heat. She came down to meet us all, and you just went up to her, and there was warmth. Really? She emanated so much body heat because her body was truly a furnace. It's really interesting. That's all I have to offer.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're going to finish this thing up. So thank you for listening, and
to the Halloween edition.
To the Halloween edition. I had a lot of fun, babe. I love you very much.
I love you too, honey. I wouldn't dress up like this for anybody else.
You know what? I wouldn't dress up like this really for anybody
yes,
else.
Yes, you would. You love dressing up like Negan.
Yeah, I might.
That's what you call a white lie.
Well, in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich.
Bye. Beat you to it. All right, let's make sure this recorded. I can't see a dang thing.
Ba-dum-bum-bum. He's
It
a
says
magician.
55 minutes.
And she's really wishing
All right, I think I did it.
about finding deals at the discount dollar store. You hit stop?
I did. Now I'm hitting power. I didn't turn off. Here it goes.
Bum.
All right, everybody. I'm
I think we.
so tired.
I think. How long was that?
55 minutes.
Oh, that's perfect.
Crap, I just broke a nail.
Oh.
All right, I'm not tired because Alan's snoring because he's not anymore. I'm tired because I've been training for this 5K and it's kicking my butt.
Ghetto D.
Ghetto D.
My man.
We're going to come over for some pho now that it's getting colder.
My man.
Even though JC hijacked you.
Yeah, JC hijacked our man
friend,
Ghetto. Our
Ghetto
man
D.
Ghetto D.
Thanks for hanging out. We appreciate the ones that hung with us tonight. What do you think about, I mean, it's a lot of sponsors, but y'all, we gotta,
Well, hey.
Hey,
Without the sponsors, you got nothing.
yeah, right. We want to start doing we want to get a nicer studio set up and all this stuff. So
Right now, we're a fledgling. We're like a fledgling podcast. We've got to grow it.
yeah. All right.
What's the date of the 5K, babe?
November 12th.
I got to start training.
You're not going to train. So the 5K
Night,
is
Patty.
part of the Trinity River halfmarathon.com, and there's a segment on there where you sign up the races. You can sign up for the half marathon if you want, or you can do the 10K. I think there's a 10K and a 5K. We signed up for the 5K, and then there's a place there. It's really easy to find. You can look for a sandwich and some Lovin team, even though it's a very loose team. I don't know how we're going to meet everybody. If we've got 6 people that have signed up. So.
Yeah.
You can't just say yeah. You have to.
I don't know what you said. What did you say?
Oh, I thought you were talking to them.
No, I was listening to you, but I don't know what you said.
You don't listen to half of what I say.
Hi, Christy Lyons. Aloha. Hang loose. Got a listener from Hawaii,
Really?
babe. Yeah.
What part?
She didn't say.
I've been to Kona. I've been to Oahu.
Kim Corey. Kim and I, she's so funny.
Who is she?
She's a fan of the show up in Pennsylvania.
Oh, cool.
And she's the one that gives me all the funny names.
Funny names of what?
Like Wilma Fingerdew and
Oh. I've been to Philadelphia. I dated a guy, Wayne.
DS Nuts.
Wayne is where QVC has headquarters. So I was thinking if I would have married him, I would have been a QVC hostess.
It's that, Renee. Snore RX.
They're $100. But they're like $1,500 without insurance at the dentist office. Hey, Chattanooga. Hey, South Carolina. Hey, Dallas. I am Bush.
I'm not bushed anymore, Jennifer. I'm not bushed.
I'm just Bush because I'm running for this 5K and I'm out of shape.
I used to be bushed, but I'm not bushed. San Antonio.
And my eating is crap. I've got to start eating better. I think that's a big problem.
Why do you hold mics? We can hear you fine and see Alan's face.
Because we're recording for a podcast with a really good recorder. We just do Facebook Live while we record it. That's why we hold the mics.
Oahu. She's on Oahu.
I've been to Oahu.
How
That's
cool
where I
is
went.
that?
I was supposed to go. Well, here's a little backstory.
Oh.
I was supposed to go with my husband for my 40th birthday, but he and I got divorced. So I went with Dr. Mary, my friend Dr. Mary. And so we went on all these, and by that time I was dating a guy whose sister lived in Hawaii, and she, the sister, lined up all this fun stuff for us to do. We went climbing these cliffs and scaling down on vines, crazy stuff I never thought I'd do, snorkeling and stuff with all these married couples on their honeymoons. It was me and my girlfriend.
You and Dr. Mary?
We went to a luau. We did the whole bit for my 40th.
Wow, man.
Oahu, we should go back. Was it? Yeah, it was Oahu. It wasn't Maui. It was Oahu.
I've been to Kauai and Maui.
I didn't love Kona.
How do I listen to the podcast? Easiest way, Christy, go to kellyandalan.com/podcast. podcast. But you really should just, if you have an iPhone, use your podcast app and search for A Sandwich and Lovin.
Lovin with no
Lovin.
G. And if you subscribe to it, it'll like notify you every Thursday morning that a new podcast is out. And you can go back on iTunes and Google Play and listen to past episodes too.
Abilene, West Texas.
Houston won, Dodgers won. You know we got to root for Houston, y'all, because they're in Texas and they have had a very hard year. So we have to root for Texas.
Janine says, come do a show in Oahu.
Oh.
I'm there in a second to do one.
I could do that.
Get Boss Man George on that.
Can you read the questions? My eyes are so...
Columbia, Missouri. Castle Rock, Colorado, in the house. It's nice up there at Castle Rock. Kauai is gorgeous. Yeah, went to Kauai one time. Married the day before us guys. What is something fun you can do on the 3rd that is cheap because you're poor?
On the 3rd?
That's a Friday, I think. Go to a pumpkin patch. Oh, no, that's after Halloween. Go to the Arboretum. Hey, you guys. Neighbor from Plano.
Are they in Dallas? The Arboretum's still
Alan, my son is a freshman at Tech. Go fight win. How's Kelly's tummy? Do you still have bubble gut?
My doctor told me to take a 2 weeks worth of Prilosec. And if that didn't work, to do another 2 weeks double dose, because if you take two pills instead of one, it's like prescription strength. And I went to Walmart today and I got the Walmart brand of Prilosec, which is way cheaper. And so I'm going to start taking that tomorrow.
Oh, Grayson.
Hey, Grayson.
Savannah, Georgia. My dad's family's from.
We ready to have to go to bed.
Midland. We got a lot of West Texas. 2 from Midland. Out in the West Texas town of El Paso, I fell in love with a Mexican girl.
Is that Slim Pickens?
I got nothing. Hearst. H-E-B. Hearst Euless Bedford. 8th grade teacher. Love our teachers. Hello, San Antone. Flower Branch. What is Flowery Branch? Flower Mound? Or Farmer's Branch?
Farmer's Branch, probably.
Lubbock. Hub City.
He's doing shout-outs.
I live there for... Yeah, I'm just doing that. Ennis, Texas. Kelly, I'm a friend of your cousin Pat. Good job on the cake.
Thanks.
Okay, they want to talk to you. Columbia, Missouri.
Read them to me, because my eyes can't see.
Gainesville, Florida or Texas? I'm guessing Texas. What was Al's wedding gift for you? He gave us a bottle of Rip Van Winkle.
Which Alan drinks every... Are you drinking it now?
Yeah, I've almost done the bottle in.
And he drinks a little nip every time we do the podcast.
Just have a little nip. Wichita, Kansas. Heartland. Oh, I can't pronounce it. Chamoil tea? Pennyroyal tea?
What?
That's what Kurt Cobain had. Kurt Cobain had bad stomach problems. He drank pennyroyal tea. That's what that song's about.
He drank what?
Pennyroyal tea. That's
What's
what
that?
That's what that song's about. That Nirvana song. It's about
What is pennyroyal tea?
It's about a pennyroyal tea.
Is that a name of like an Earl Grey tea?
Yeah, it's like a tea. Thorny. What? That's what you do.
Ponchatoula.
Ponchatoula, Louisiana.
Shreveport.
Husband had been married 30. Holy moly! Congratulations.
El Paso.
You know what that means in Spanish?
The Pass.
The Paso.
Define a nip.
A nip is like a little tiny bit.
I love Mr. Rasberry too. Shout out Florence, South Carolina. Hospital?
babe?
Why are you in the hospital? EK does not have a YouTube channel. No, she doesn't have one yet.
West Monroe.
West Monroe.
Babe. Chamoyle, man? Chamomile?
Chamomile. Chamomile? Chamomile? How are you liking the Red Raiders the last 2 weeks, babe?
Oh, jeez. They're ridiculous.
Kelly should be in bed, Cindy. She's got to go there. I need to take a shower before bed. Baby, can you sleep next to Funky me tonight? I'm so tired.
Whoa. Abbeville, Louisiana. Denham Springs. Plano, Texas in the house. That's where we're broadcasting from. Pennsylvania. I like it. What's your favorite cheap red wine or favorite cheap wine, babe?
I always have good luck with Sterling. Sterling. Honestly, if you go to the grocery store, it's not the cheapest, but it's usually pretty inexpensive.
Melissa,
But Sterling wines. I just bought. I had some women over the other day. I thought we were going to have mimosas, but nobody ended up having them, and I didn't know Sterling had a champagne, so I bought Sterling champagne too that I haven't tried yet. But Sterling, I have good luck with, and Cupcake. I think Barefoot. I've bought those before. But I think Sterling is my favorite, less expensive one.
Frisco, Texas, right up the road. Hey, someone was asking when I want to make a Hello Alan shirt. Hello, I'm Alan shirt.
That could be in your merch. Alan has dreams of doing merch.
I not because
you're in marketing.
Well, yeah, but I just want to wear it myself.
You could do that
to promote the podcast.
You could do like a T-shirt with like a name tag that's
that just
on
says
the
Alan.
shirt, that's like designed into the shirt and not just a name tag.
That'd be a funny bit.
West by God, Virginia in the house. My preacher, Bill Monroe, is from West Virginia, the one in Florence, South Carolina. Night, y'all. Good night, Samantha. Is Sterling good enough for Kelly? It's good enough for me. That's right. I like it. I think it's fine. It's not. I don't want you to think it's like $3 a bottle. It's not like that. What is it? $2 Chuck or something they have at Trader Joe's.
Ghetto D.
Do you drink scotch?
That's a negative. The only
Is Ghetto D asking because he's going to offer a scotch when he finally has us over for pho?
The only scotch I drink is Johnny Walker Blue.
Ghetto D's wife is the one that I said we were going to do a podcast from her house. Remember, we were going to grant her wish.
Mm. Yeah, and then they invited JC.
I know. And then
JC.
She said she wanted us to wait until after they got settled, and for some reason they said that would be. She said it would be December, and next thing I know, JC and Kenzie are over there
from Texas Tech. Robin Ford.
We got hijacked.
Yeah, JC and Kenzie did the reach around, or Ghetto D did the reach around. Somebody did the reach around.
Isn't that like sexual?
No, it just means you kind of went around somebody.
$19 Crimes Merlot. Is 19 Crimes cheap? I know Prisoner is really good, but that's not cheap.
Maumelle, Arkansas. You say Paul. I say Brooks. Paul.
I love every Wednesday. Don't stop. Glad you're so happy.
Charleston.
Hey, Charleston. My cousin Suzanne lives in Charleston. I just learned Trader Joe's and Aldi's are the same company. Yep.
Perfect weather for...
Isn't it supposed to get cold again? Are we doing anything this weekend for your mom's birthday?
They're going to the casino, I think. Hashtag a reach around.
It's sexy. It's sex stuff, isn't it?
It's so dirty.
It is. I knew it was. Did somebody just hit a home run? Yep, 2-run home, L.A.
Really?
Corey Seager. First home. Oh, now it's L.A. 3, Houston 1.
Keller. Apothic Red Crush.
Is that a red wine?
I don't know what that means.
Hey, Florida.
Florida. Sunshine State.
Good record player. We got a Crossley.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a good record player.
It's
okay. A record player.
It's okay. I registered for it for the wedding, thinking it would be just a fun thing to have, and Alan's really getting into it.
Reach around isn't dirty.
I thought it was dirty.
Oh, you guys can make anything dirty. Forny.
Yeah, pretty sure it's dirty.
Nah, it's not dirty. Alan, your teeth are so white.
Do you bleach them?
You know, I've never heard that before.
He does bleach them.
I don't bleach them. I haven't done that in forever.
You do it twice a year, you told me. For about a week at a time.
I don't think I've done it in...
You haven't done it in a long time with me. But he uses Optic White toothpaste. I bought some new ones today because we were running low.
Mesquite. Mesquite rodeo.
Yes, it's dirty.
No,
Roach around is
Michael.
most definitely dirty.
Come on,
It
Michael.
is dirty.
Stacey, that's not dirty. How do you guys know it's dirty?
Kelly is right. It is dirty.
Are you guys dirty? Is that how you know it's dirty?
Roach around is so dirty. Hey, from Myrtle Beach. Hey, Virginia. Hey, Blairsville, Georgia.
Blairsville, Georgia.
Where are you from originally?
I was born in Illinois, but I grew up in Wichita Falls, Texas. Argentinians? From Argentina listening to us?
Well, they could live here.
Oh.
Hey, Fort Worth.
Grayson says it's dirty. That is
It's
not
dirty,
dirty. Come
Grayson.
on, Grayson, back me up. That's not dirty.
Use it at a business meeting and see.
Oh, I've heard it in business meetings.
Kelly, do you remember the Thunderbird? Yes. Is
I've
it
used
gone?
it in business meetings.
Is Thunderbird gone? We used to go to Thunderbird for their buffet.
North Fort Worth.
Fort Worth.
Cowtown.
McCamey.
What is McCamey?
I don't know. Go to bed, Kelly. I know, I'm about to. Corpus Christi.
Corpus Christi.
Austin. Hey, Haven.
A-Town.
That's Haven.
Bat City. Keeping it weird. Chicago. City with broad shoulders. The Windy City.
Kelly, show him what it is. The reach around?
Whoa. Now that's dirty.
It ain't Saturday morning.
Hey, whoa. Still early.
I haven't had a shower. Stop it. Grayson tells it like it is. Hey, Savannah.
Originally
Nacogdoches.
Arlington, born in Wichita Falls.
I'm sad the show left
Tornado
the
Alley.
in Tallahassee. I'm sad too, Emily.
Tallahassee.
What are we going to do to get us back on in Tallahassee? We need
El
to come
Paso,
up with a plan.
The Pass. That means
Thibodeau.
Thibodeau.
Ozark.
Ozark.
All right, we can do shout outs.
The Show Me State.
I got to go to bed.
What is Alan's nationality? He is multicultural. He's multiracial. Is that what I am?
Biracial.
Biracial. No, I'm mixed race.
You're Filipino and white.
Yeah.
That's bi,
Midlothian.
isn't it?
Duncanville. Man, we got all these people. They're from everywhere. Holy
McKinney is
cow.
50 miles north.
50 miles south of Odessa. That's out in the desert.
We do live Facebook every Wednesday night because we record our podcast. So that's typically, we didn't do it last week because we had done the happy hour, but typically we do it on Wednesday nights.
Katie, I'll probably get some more tats. I'll have to run them by Kelly, but I can.
Where?
Start on that other arm. Or go chest. Austin, Texas. Well, how come you guys aren't in Austin, Texas, babe?
We have been on in Austin in the past, but honestly, our signal, the station they had us on, was so bad.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a bad signal, so the show just didn't really do well there. But we'd love to be back on in Austin. We'd love to be on in a lot of cities. I'm not in charge of that, though.
Who's in charge of that? Boss Man George?
We have somebody that sells the show, like an affiliate
okay.
salesperson, but I don't know where Austin stands.
Well,
Or Tallahassee. I don't know what happened in Tallahassee. I think they got new, if I'm not mistaken, because this sometimes happens, I think Tallahassee got new owners, and they want to bring in their own people. I think that's what happened there. Local. A lot of people think local's better. I disagree. I don't know why that matters.
Tyler, Texas. The rose capital of Texas.
What candy bars am I giving for Halloween? I don't know. I went to Costco and I got 3 or 4 of the big boxes of full size. I think Twix is in there and Reese's in it. I don't know what else in there. I got to get that out though. But I give out the full size candy bars because I want to be that house in the neighborhood. I remember when I used to get a full size candy bar and I thought that was just, those people must be rich, you know. That was fun. I thought it was fun.
La Mesa. I knew a dude in college from La Mesa. Or La Mesa. That's way up there.
iHeartRadio, yeah. Thank you for listening on
iHeartRadio.
iHeart. We appreciate it very much.
That's how I listen in the morning.
But we'd love to be on in your city, too. I remember when you replaced Jocelyn. Yeah, Jocelyn White. That's exactly right. May 31st, 1994 was my first day on the air in Dallas with Kid Craddock. So we're coming up on my 24th anniversary.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah.
Cousin Cindy.
Hey, Cindy. Did you just join, Cindy? Cindy, I need to see, where are you living? Are you building? You can go trick-or-treating at my house? Disappointed when you weren't on in Orlando when I moved. Yeah. We go there for kids, but we're not on the air in Orlando. Am I hurting you?
No, babe.
Oh.
Oh.
How long do y'all do this for? Well, we just sit here until we give up, and I'm about to give up because I'm tired. I miss kid 2, Mandy. It's been 4 years. Tri-Cities, Washington. I want to go to Bend, Oregon, Angela. I've heard it's beautiful, and I want to go to Banff.
iHeartRadio.
Have to hear you guys in iHeart El Paso. Nothing good comes on there. Thank God for iHeart. Since 12 and now 33 with 2 kids. I know, we're all getting older together. Cindy Allen, what does Allen do for a living? She wasn't listening to a Sandwiches from Lovin.
You got to go listen to the podcast. Go listen to the podcast tomorrow.
He's in marketing. Aunt Cindy moved out of your neighborhood? Yeah. What's your favorite part of being married so far?
Favorite part of being married so far? Are your sweet kisses and your sweet face, your sweet cold nose. I get those sweet kisses.
Really? Is that really it?
That's all I can say here.
Kids, family. Yeah, Caroline's on the show from time to time. I see his wife, Carol. She was at our wedding. I don't see Carol as much because she lives in Fort Worth. Cindy's moving in December. Where are you moving, Cindy? Show wouldn't be the same without you. Well, thank you. Cindy will listen to the podcast tomorrow, but that doesn't tell me where she's moving in December. Excited for the future. Love you. Yay. Y'all need to embrace passing gas around each other.
Whoa.
No.
Well, yeah.
I met you at Flintstones movie premiere a long time ago. Oh my gosh. Pakistan?
Get out of here. Can they be piping our images into Pakistan?
I guess they have Facebook there.
They do?
Love the arm tattoos, Alan. Being married to a beautiful woman, Kelly.
That's right.
The Reserve. Where's the Reserve? Are you building or is it already there? Send me pictures. Been listening to various to Stay with Kid. I feel like we're family. Yay. Thank you.
Why are we getting angry faces?
I don't know. I think that's from trolls.
Really?
I don't know why they would be angry faces. Unless they're mad that we're not on in their city anymore. Or they're just doing it. And see, there's love. Some people are coming back with love to drown out the hate. That's so sweet. Look at all the hearts now. You can only barely see those little angry faces. Aw, hearts, 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 hearts. That's so nice.
Good grief. Look at all those hearts.
That's sweet. Y'all really, trolls do not bother me. They really don't. If you just come look at them as, I'm not trying to be like put them down or anything. I just feel so bad for people who are that angry and they just go on different people's, anywhere, Instagram, for, not just me, anybody, and just say mean things for the sake of being mean. It's like, how dark is your heart and how sad is your life that that's what you have to do. I really do. It does not bother me. If y'all start saying stuff about, they're sacrilegious or about my kid and stuff like that, I'll have to block you. I'll do that. But trolls is silly. I don't know why they do the angry faces. I don't get it. What we have for dinner? I'll tell you. I have been loving Trader Joe's lately because I just don't know I can't come up with something new and different every night. So they have those frozen meals that you just heat up. And I did an orange chicken tonight. That was good, right?
It's pretty good.
You take the chicken, and I just had to bake it in the oven. I could have fried it, but I was trying to be a little bit healthier with it. And then you thaw out the orange sauce and then toss it all together. And then I made a vegetable with it. So I've been loving Trader Joe's. And everybody loves their chicken fried rice. That was a big hit.
Chicken fried rice was
the kids love that. So I'm loving Trader Joe's. Oxford, Kansas, thank you.
Heartland of America.
Probably for a couple both inside and out. Thank you. You're welcome about Duke's mayonnaise. That's legit. Alan looks bushed, yeah.
I'm not bushed.
Well, I'm bushed.
Are you bushed?
So I had to watch today. I'm always asleep already. Yay. Thank you. My daughter is beautiful. Bring back teacher. You like teacher test? Oh gosh, it went too fast. I didn't see it. Ran into it at Party City yesterday. My twins are mad at it and asked for a picture. Hi, Alex and Brian. You should have asked for a picture. Yes, it was Trader Joe's orange chicken. If y'all have a suggestion for something else at Trader Joe's I haven't tried, let me know. Psycho Shannon is still working. She does a lot of work with kids now, and like all the feel-good stories and the wishes we grant and stuff like that. She's behind the scenes a lot. Trader Joe's is a grocery store that's not everywhere. It's a specialty grocery store. You look almost asleep, babe.
That nip of Rip Van Winkle's got me.
Yeah, and that vodka kind of made me tired and running. Baby, I don't want to take a shower, but I need to.
Tupelo, Mississippi.
We need to cut this off and go to bed.
Yeah.
Carrie, I'll look into the teacher test again. I don't know. We haven't done that in a long time.
Can't believe there's still this many people. Like,
we appreciate it very much. Mommy test used to be your favorite bit. Yeah. A sandwich and some Lovin. Yeah, we did that at
Texas Wine and Wood.
Texas
Wine and Wood in Plano.
You can do whatever you want. These signs that you can pay a lot of money for, pre-made. You can do whatever you want. Like, they have different sayings and motivations and stuff. And it's wonderful Christmas gifts you can make for people, or you can do a party there. We did that. Thank you, Mandy. All right. Good night, Ghetto D. Let's try to get together for pho. Yeah. All right, Haven. I'm going to bed. Okay, so anytime you talk about what she likes, especially this time, yeah. For dessert, I had vodka soda.
Oh, I get some fruit snacks.
Monterey. I'd love to go to Monterey. Okay, good night. Oh, good. They listen to Mommy Test every single road trip. Try pickled popcorn. I have had that. Beat the Bank. We need to bring Beat the Bank back. Beat the Bank back. We threw the slime party too, Dolce, but we did it outside with those throwaway dollar tape. Ooh! They got the first baseman missed it, so the Houston guy got it at first base. Good night, Mansfield. Cheers. Sweet dreams, Tandy. Yeah, kid used to make me do some very embarrassing things, but I'm glad you thought it was funny. Good night, San Antonio. Hi, Samia. You say bye. No, you. Good night, Dolce. The diaper derby, I remember that. That was at the Women's Expo. We just dressed up for a sandwich and some Lovin, Tina. I was Axl Rose, and my husband was Negan. I'm not planning on dressing up for Halloween, but you will, won't you?
Depends on the temperature.
To give out candy?
Yeah, if it's nice, I will.
Alan will give out candy, probably dressed up. How excited were the kids to come to the front door last year and Negan sitting there with his bat? Yeah, if we don't stop now, we'll be here all night. I wish we were back on in Tallahassee, honey. Hopefully it'll work out. All right, got to get to bed. Good night, Christy. Good night, Carrie. Love you.
Good night, John.
Good night,
Boy.
Aggie Land.
Good night, John Boy.
Good night, Tyler.
It's not a...
Alan, treat your beautiful mama good. That means your mother, I think, for her birthday. Good night, John Boy. Did you listen to this show before we met?
No, I did not.
Barb from Stranger Things, honey, that was from my high school yearbook. That's the truth. Hey, Jefferson City. Okay, we're really going. He uses optic light. You will have a happy ending, Michelle, I promise. All right. Lots of love. Thanks for all the hearts. They drowned out the angry faces. Good night.